What's going on, meteorologist Steve Federa here. Quick little afternoon update as we keep an eye on Idalia. Some of the rainfall is going to be coming into parts of the region tonight. Good news is the storm is staying well to our south through Thursday. The center of the system still over land in southern Georgia or coastal Georgia. It's going to make a beeline for Charleston, remaining along the coastline Thursday morning, and then passing by Ocracoke and Hatteras to the south. So the center of the system remains to our south, but look where all the rainfall is. I mean, it's on the northern part of the system here, so there is going to be some soaking rains for North Carolina coming up tonight into Thursday morning. Hatteras has seen some clouds move in. It was a nice day this morning, but they're seeing some clouds move in, and they'll get a couple showers here this afternoon, some more move in later on tonight. Dew points have been elevated big time. It's been a humid day today. However, look at the dew points towards Farmville, Richmond, Saluda, dropping into the 60s. There's some dry air nearby to our north. There's a front passing into our north. This is going to help us out a little bit, especially across Hampton Roads, in keeping Idalia to the south. So the front dropping in is right around here. And this is going to keep Idalia down to the south of our region here. And in fact, Hurricane Franklin is helping create a zone or a path for the system to follow as well. So worst of the weather going to be south to those across North Carolina. Hampton Roads, we're actually seeing some showers and downpours develop now because of that cool front. A couple flashes of lightning and rumbles of thunder as these brief downpours are passing through parts of the south side as those clouds kind of thicken up in the summer-like humidity that we've had. So that'll be the case for our afternoon. A couple of those passing downpours. Not all too bad, though. You may just get caught in one of them on your evening commute. Rain may start to begin to fill in from the south later on tonight, though, as Idalia comes in from the south up the coastline. Here comes the cool front. Those two collide, and then we'll wring out and squeeze out all that moisture for northeastern North Carolina and the Outer Banks into Thursday morning. That's where all the rainfall is going to be. And they'll get soaked across North Carolina, coastal regions, down towards the Outer Banks, getting 2 to 4 inches plus of rainfall. Hampton Roads, maybe half inch to an inch at best in some spots, and parts across the peninsulas may barely see a raindrop. So a bit of a spread here. The flood watch really helps solidify where the worst of the weather will be across North Carolina. And so do the tropical alerts. We have the tropical storm warning in effect for coastal regions in North Carolina. So solidifies the fact that some of the winds will be upwards of tropical storm force conditions. Those will be wind gusts, though. Sustained winds, a windy nor'easter, so to speak. That's what we can kind of think of here. Wind gusts 40 to 50 across the Outer Banks and the Albemarle Sound. Across Hampton Roads and the peninsulas, wind gusts 25 to 30. These aren't sustained winds. These are just a periodical gust. They'll be backing off ever so slowly Thursday night. So worst of the weather, as I mentioned, across the Outer Banks, northeast North Carolina. It's where most of the rain will be, flooding rain in spots, and some of the wind gusts to maybe 50 miles an hour. That will help cause some ocean overwash. I mean, the water's already been elevated. Water levels are elevated from the swell from Franklin, as I just showed you offshore. There's a full moon tonight. That's elevating the water levels. And then you've got the wind pushing things onshore starting tonight into tomorrow morning. So could be some ocean overwash across NC-12 the further south you go for Thursday's high tides. Maybe again Friday morning's high tides. But I would think Friday the rain's going to be done by then. That crews will be out there helping clean things up. Maybe they'll even be doing that Thursday night to help prevent ocean overwash on Thursday night's high tide. This should be south of Oregon Inlet, in those typical spots that the dunes don't hold up so well. And you just got some big waves coming in, leftover long period swell, and then the onshore push of the winds. Hampton Roads, not that bad of a day tomorrow, just windy and dreary. Some scattered showers around town. There'll be some parts of the day where some steadier rain moves into southern Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and Suffolk. But by the afternoon, there could just be some scattered showers around town. We'll get some minor flooding in a couple spots due to the high tide around Thursday morning, tomorrow night, Friday morning. Nuisance flooding at best for some locations we've seen that time and time again. And even the Outer Banks have seen conditions like this time and time again. The one little outlier, though, is the amount of rainfall. Starts to move in by this evening to the south. For those across northeast North Carolina, it fills in by about 11 o'clock. We're talking about maybe some heavy rain getting close to the region. Fills in overnight, 2 a.m. It's starting to soak North Carolina. Thursday morning, tomorrow morning for that commute, there'll likely be some steady rainfall around Hampton Roads, especially for the south side, but the heaviest of the rain is going to be down towards the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Lunchtime, rain's becoming scattered, starting to break up a little bit, and then the rain's moving out by Thursday afternoon. We may see some sun by Thursday evening before it sets, and then we got a beautiful, bright day on Friday, just very breezy and blustery, but drops that humidity, and it looks really, really good going into the weekend. Something to enjoy for Labor Day weekend. We're going to have more updates online on wavy.com and on air coming up here shortly with meteorologist Ricky Matthews, myself, and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.